You're talking to a girl, you met a girl you really like, and the conversation is going really well. Now I guess it's time to close the deal, get her number. You could say something like, ask yourself this question. I'm just wondering, even myself, how much life experience do you have? Do you have a lot or do you have a little? That is going to be the focal point into helping you actually have charisma as a man. You need life experience. If you don't have life experience, you will never be able to develop charisma. Why do I say that? Well, let me show you this example here. For example, of myself. It's kind of a story, but it's more of an example. Let's say I am in Hungary or in Romania, for example, and I'm talking to a bloke or to a guy, and he says, "Hey man, do you work out? You're in really good shape." And I say to him, "Yeah, of course, I have to stay strong, like Palinka." Or, Hungary, they drink the same thing, and I say the same thing. Or if I'm in Hungary and a girl happens to say, "You're really handsome, you're in great shape," and I say to her, "Yeah, I'm just trying my best. I have to stay strong, like Palinka." 9 times out of 10, I'm sure they're gonna laugh. They're gonna give me a sniggle. They're gonna giggle a little bit. Why? Because I have life experience. I've come to realize when I've traveled to Romania or been to Hungary that Palinka is something that's very important to their culture. There's a lot of jokes around it. So when I use that in my lingo, my conversation with those people, I come off very witty, very charismatic. And that is because of life experience. Let me give you another example. Let's say, I don't know, you're talking to a girl, you met a girl you really like, and the conversation is going really well. Now I guess it's time to close the deal, get her number. You could say something like, I'm trying to think something on my top of my head right now, but you could say something like, just in case I get lost, what's your number? You can put the city, like you meet her in Paris, you say, just in case I get lost in Paris, what's your number? See how smooth and slick that was? And that is just life experience. You need life experience in order to be charismatic. You cannot be charismatic if you don't have life experience. And why do I say that? It's because you need material. You need to freestyle with your life experience when you're talking to people. You need to know what's going to make people laugh, what's going to make people feel emotional. And you can only do that by having things to talk about with people. That's how you develop this charm, this charisma. You just use your life experience and basically just cook it up and make it delicious and serve it to people. And people are going to love it when they're conversing with you and being around you. So the first thing you need to do is to get life experience. Just do as many things possible in life. Go skiing in the Alps, go salsa dancing in Colombia. Just do as many things as possible. And then number two, if you're struggling to develop charisma, just find a friend that's really charismatic. Find someone that's really charismatic. Start associating with them. Start hanging around with them. Start going to bars, to the gym with him, and just observe him how he conversates with people. And then what you do is, when you leave him and when you go off and talk to people, just say exactly the same things he says. And then slowly start tweaking it to suit your personality. Start putting your personal experience into what you say, into the sentences you say. And that will help you to garner this charisma. It's really like getting charisma or being charismatic. It's like a stand-up comedian. He has to go to his open nights and try his material. Sometimes he's gonna bomb, but eventually he's gonna find a set that works for him every time for almost 6 months to a year. And then obviously he's going to change it. But you do the same thing. You got to go out there, get life experience, and then just what charisma is you just finding a way to make it sound cool. You're making your life experience. You're able to say it in a cool way to people. On one of my previous videos, I spoke about aura. So if you have a mission in life and you have charisma, then that is the 1-2 punch. That's when you really, people feel like, wow, this guy is charismatic. Because on top of that, you also have a mission in life. So that's really it. That's how you build charisma, is life experience. Or you associate with someone that's really charismatic and you just learn from him. You learn on the job. It's not rocket science. You just really have to put yourself out there. Go get life experience. And all you have to do is cook it up. When you cook up your experience in front of people, when you're talking to people metaphorically, and you serve it to them. And you make sure it's delicious. And you, before you know it, people will be saying like, oh, that was smooth, or you're so funny, you're so cool. And they're just saying that because you're talking about yourself. And you're able to make yourself sound interesting. And lastly, another thing how to be charismatic is when you're speaking to somebody, almost be a director. Make them the focal point of this of the movie. They are the main character. Make them feel special. Focus on them. Compliment them. Not on their always physical appearance, but compliment them on their achievements. Like, for example, if somebody managed to become a nurse, you can tell them like, wow, that's amazing. You know, a lot of people would give up because it's not easy to study to be a nurse, and you push through it. You know, you have to pat yourself on the back, because a lot of people wouldn't be able to put up with the stresses of the exam, and you managed to do that. If you say something like that to someone, you mean it sincere, they're going to feel special. They're going to leave the interaction with you and absolutely love being around you. And in their mind, they're going to feel like, wow, he was really charming and charismatic. So yeah, so that's all. That is how you build charisma. So listen, if you're struggling to be charismatic, you don't know where to start, and you feel your experience or where you're at in life is unique, don't hesitate. Click the link in the bio, and I will make sure I will help you become charismatic. And you're going to get reactions like, wow, you're so smooth, you're charming, etc. So anyways, thank you for once again watching this video. And always remember, dress cool and be cool.